Hi, I'm Mika Truman, and welcome to my YouTube channel, as well as Frankincense School of Mystical Arts. How many of you have this relationship where you go and you hang out with them and you spend time with them, or they call on the phone, they send you a message, and it's just one thing after another, and it's always about them. It's always about their issues or their baggage. And the minute you find that you're sharing, they come back with a dagger, or they come back with a response that makes you really question yourself, or makes you feel bad about what you're doing, who you are, and you kind of sit back and feel like, what is this? That is a relationship that energetically they are taking. That is a relationship, if you will. Those are the leeches in your life. Those are the relationships where all they do is just suck your energy, drain your energy, and it's always about them. This can even be that relationship where perhaps they only have contact with you in the evening time. Maybe it's the one where you find it's kind of interesting, but we only have more of an intimate relationship. We don't even go out on dates. We don't even really truly spend time together, except after hours. What about the relationship of even where you can even be in a girlfriend-boyfriend committed relationship, and this can be one that has lasted for years? Those two. Those can be the ones where it's always one-sided. It's always about them. And over and over and over again, you can share what you wish, but then they kind of twist it in a way where you feel like, okay, well, I guess it was a dumb idea. And I guess, we don't really want to do that. And it never really gets you anywhere. These are the relationships that may be on the table for you. And if they're not, maybe they should. Because the planet is shifting in such a strong way right now. It's affecting everybody. It's affecting how we see our life, what we accept, what we don't accept. And that's why people are really sitting back, kind of really analyzing, what are they doing? Where are they at? What will and will they not accept? That's really truly the place where so many of us are finding ourselves. And it can be a very healing time. It can be a time of great empowerment. One of the biggest things that I feel is so important when we make that decision that, okay, I'm just done. I can't do this anymore. We need to really draw this line in the sand that I'm done. And these relationships are no longer acceptable in my life. This can even be from even a family member where, what about a parent? What about a sibling? What about even a neighbor that you became close to? Relationships that you normally would not end. And I think sometimes we don't necessarily have to just end them. What about the boundaries? You can create all kinds of boundaries. So you don't necessarily have to end the relationship, but limit what is and is not acceptable, which is totally perfectly fine and acceptable. Because sometimes you reach a point in your life where if you don't start taking care of that inner child, that wounded child, because in a sense, I think we all have this wounded child, this little child that sits on the side of us that says sometimes, remember me. And when we are in these relationships that may not be too healthy, maybe even abusive, that little child is over there crying because you won't stick up for them, which can be a real exaggeration, but maybe it's not. Sometimes when we allow others to take advantage and use us, and maybe even possibly abuse us, we're not sticking up for ourselves. We're not putting our needs first. And it doesn't mean that it's all in a selfish way, like it's all about me. No, it can be about, if it's not in a fair manner or a fair way and you're not being heard, and you've tried repeatedly, I need this, and you share from your heart, and then you're put down for it, those relationships probably should end, because that inner child that is next to you is screaming for attention. What about me? And until you actually defend yourself and your higher self, you may find that you can have the same relationships come back in different forms, different faces, different shades, but they always come back until we deal with our baggage. And our baggage can be very simple, as easy as, I don't accept certain behaviors in my life. If they're abusive, if they're only one-sided, if they don't care for me as much as I care for them, then they have to go. And that's okay. And that is where you sit back and realize that you're taking care of this inner child and you're nurturing that person and you're loving her or him and you are putting them first, because too often us as human beings, we always put ourselves second, third, last. Sometimes we don't even get to ourselves. And sometimes it's really important to kind of take a step back and ask, what is in my best interest? What is in my higher good? And is that relationship really healthy for me? And then it's okay to say goodbye. Because when you kind of remove all of that energy of those individuals and those people who have been filling the space of the not so great relationship, you're going to see all of a sudden it opens up all this space and all this room for all these new great relationships to come in. So please start to really look at your life, what you do and what you don't accept, and no guilt. Remember, no guilt. So until next time, blessings to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and jump over to fsma.life. There are some great psychic courses, as well as how to become a medium, how to use your gifts, how to develop them. So go check them out. You can purchase those for a small fee, as well as don't forget to like and subscribe. So until next time, blessings to you.